Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we have another exciting one. We've got Reacher Season 1, Episode 2. Now, to be honest, this wasn't actually up in the recording schedule, but Mantis has not seen any of the other episodes yet, and he's been dying to watch this one. For everybody watching on YouTube, it'll just been 1 week since it's recorded, but it's actually been several weeks since we watched the first episode. So he's been itching to actually see what happens next. So we're going to go ahead and move it on up in the recording schedule. Hopefully you guys will like it. Mantis, thoughts on the first episode so far?
It was a lot better than, I know we kind of touched this in the first video, but awesome show so far. I know it was just the pilot, so usually they're very good. But yeah, just trying to weigh down the options of how he's going to go about reconciling for his brother's death. I think is where we had left it off. So yeah, I'm kind of itching to see if he's going to get a list, like a hit list, or if he's just going to start going down the rabbit hole and finding names and, capping motherfuckers. I don't know.
I think at this point we have options of kill fast, kill slow, but everybody is going to die is where we left off when the car hears. So we want to keep this real short. So Mantis, unless you have anything else, we're going to go ahead and jump on into the second episode of Reacher.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go.
I don't need 250 pounds of frontier justice tearing up this town.
Accent.
What that makes her so hot?
Yeah.
Outside the morgue, he actually listened to you.
And what if he doesn't now?
Shoot him.
I think you have enough murders going on in your town right now.
I know.
Maybe not add to the list.
A little town of 2.
I love it has the skip intro on there, but it's like 3 seconds long. Stealthy.
He's just like, I don't need cars. Just gonna walk down the street.
Why does everybody act so weird when you say that? Like, I tell people, I'm like, it's only a couple miles, I'll walk.
Well, yeah, because after watching this, I'd assume you're some sort of silent killer going to kill people that hurt your brother. Like,
getting justice.
Vanished.
Shit! Because I'm very good at it.
If you were very good at it, you wouldn't have been trying to follow a man on foot in a police car.
I'm gonna be there to make sure that doesn't happen. Now I can either follow you the whole way, or you can save the shoe leather and get in the damn car.
He's still thinking about it.
For the record, I'm not a vagrant. I'm a hobo.
Important distinction.
Yeah. Where's your little knapsack tied to a stick?
Yeah, you gotta carry it.
At least now I get a chance to thank you, Mr. Reacher.
It's just Reacher.
Well,
She still looks hot.
I didn't know Kristen Krug was in this.
Yep. Hasn't aged a day since Smallville.
You know where Paul is?
My brother was murdered.
dear God,
We're gonna skip all that.
He's very direct.
He was. And he had your husband's telephone number on him. Why my dead brother had your live husband's number on him.
girls, say hi to Officer Conklin and Mr. Reacher.
Hello, Mr. Reacher. Hello, Mr. Conklin.
It's just Reacher.
She's the one with the glasses.
May I use your restroom?
Yeah, of course. Through the kitchen down the hall to the left.
If I use your restroom, I mean snoop around your house.
Isn't that what everybody means when they ask
It is,
that?
yeah. Yeah.
What if you did that? Can I go snoop around your house real quick?
He comes back. He's like, do not go in there.
Do not go in there. Woo!
Sorry it took a while, but had some bad Indian food earlier.
Well, see, there's the problem, right? Because he's taking so long, she is going to believe he's in there taking a massive shit.
I know. I mean, I don't think he gives a shit, but
Well, guess we're going.
his lack
Sorry
of
about
social
that.
etiquette and
Have a
how
good evening. Thank you for your
conversations
time,
work
and,
is just so funny.
I'll see you.
Yes, good night.
Like a normal person would say, "Oh, you have a lovely home. Man, it's getting kind of late.
Is that what
Not
you
feeling
said
real
the
Two
well."
things.
last episode that you
One,
thought he was
she said
autistic?
Tally is the one in the glasses. Glasses
Yeah,
is the main
he's
difference
just
between the
very
girls. Everything
socially
else is a matter of
awkward. Like
degree.
he doesn't give a shit about social cues. Like it doesn't even register to him. He doesn't care.
Right before I was attacked in prison, a guy pointed at me and said, him. I'd taken a guy's glasses
Why?
because he wasn't a nice man. Their instructions were clearly to find the new boys and take out the one in glasses.
It's an agrimony burr. They grow on tall grass all around here. We call them hitchhikers because they stick on you and they go for a ride.
They grow where my brother was killed.
This is Kogon grass.
Why does she know so much about grass?
It's a lot of it out in the country, man.
Exactly. Do you know every type out there?
Kinda. Well, not every type, but a lot. Is that an evidence flag?
Shooter came through
It's
here.
not an active crime scene anymore?
Well, apparently it only took them like 30 minutes to get everything from the crime scene, even though they didn't find the other body that was 40 yards away. So, yeah.
Very thorough.
Where are you going? Give you a ride.
Don't want one.
Respect
That'll do it.
Hey, mister, why don't you come here? We want to talk to you.
No, you don't.
Hey, come here. We just want to talk to you. What kind of bullshit you bring into our town?
Let me guess. Rich guy in a fancy pickup put a 50 in each of your pockets to take care of me?
Hey, we're talking to you, man.
You idiot.
You're about to get your ass kicked.
I'm just gonna break the hands of 3 drunk kids.
There's 4 of us here.
One of you's gotta drive to the hospital.
I know where the hospital is.
So I guess that's
What
the
the
only
hell just rolled
motel
into
around
Margrave?
Probably.
because he didn't have a motel before. So how would they have known where to wait?
Yeah, true. Well, they could have been asking around too. There may be one other motel, and they asked the lady at the desk or something. That's what I would have done.
You seen a big hobo come through here?
Yeah.
Got the body condoms on.
This is not bode well.
Maybe they're exterminators.
Somebody saw a cockroach up on 12.
Some cockroach.
No, we're exterminators. Somebody saw a cockroach up on 12.
That's got to be some cockroach.
Poor little guy.
Hello, buddy. You okay? Good boy.
Hey. Hey, can I help you?
Nope. Just giving your dog some water. Oh, you didn't?
Ball was bone dry. You calling me a liar?
Yes.
Got myself a new dog.
Looked like the dog was siding with Reacher.
Uh-huh.
Every time he walks up here, there's cop cars speeding off with the sirens going.
I can't talk right now. There's been another murder. Police Chief Morrison.
Last night you wanted to go everywhere with me.
What did they do to the chief? Baker won't talk about it.
What is he doing here?
You told me keep an eye on him. I keep an eye on him. Look, there he is.
Was he nailed to a wall?
How did you know that?
X-ray vision.
That's what it kind of looked like. He was staring intently.
Examination of Police Chief Edward Morrison. Subject has been nailed to the wall contralaterally with 6 spikes, 2 of which were driven between the ulna and the radius.
May end up having to blur some of this.
Prince?
Yeah,
I asked a question,
I
so
think YouTube
this
has a
one.
problem just showing
How'd you know
straight
about the
penis
nail?
on the.
Or this fucked up shit.
They wore rubber overshoes and gloves.
What makes you say that?
Well, 3 people killed my brother. At least 4 to do that to a guy Morrison size.
Holy shit, his fucking balls are gone.
Keep it professional, Jasper. Cursing's a sign of a weak mind and a weaker character.
I feel like I'm doing pretty fucking good considering.
Where the heck are his testicles?
In his stomach. You'll find him during the autopsy.
Can't reach outside.
He's just like, it's another Tuesday.
The people Hubble worked for said they'd nail him to a wall and cut his balls off if he caused problems.
Ever think your brother didn't reach out to the cops because he couldn't reach out to the cops? Maybe he was dirty.
Think
Maybe
real hard before you finish that sentence. It'll determine how well your jaw works the rest of your life. That, or we just saw a big fat coincidence nailed to the wall. Stevenson seems suspicious, and Baker wouldn't go into the bathroom with me at the station house. A bathroom with a window in it. Sure. Roscoe checks out, because she dug in to get me out of prison.
For your information, Mayor Teal didn't promote Finley. He just appointed himself acting chief.
Whoever's running this had Morrison under his thumb. No one sits in the chief's chair unless they're under it, too. So I guess that means he's dirty and you're okay.
And nothing means more to me than your vote of confidence.
It just also begs the question, like, what does any of this have to do with this little town out in the middle of nowhere?
Teal's first order was no stadies, no feds. He wants us kept in house.
Like, you know,
It's just odd. Like taking out a police chief is going to bring a lot of heat, right?
I mean, unless it keeps really quiet, even your local papers, national papers would get wind of it for sure. Even if the details aren't out there, even
There's
just,
only
police chief is murdered.
You don't see that? I'll find
like,
whoever killed Joe on my own.
Especially that way.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Even if they don't know, even if the public doesn't know how he died, but just the fact that he was murdered is like, that doesn't happen.
I've caught 4 bodies.
5. Hubble, probably.
See, there's the other thing too.
They
4
do this to a
bodies
cop
in,
went out of
in
Baker.
what, 2 days?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Some
You'd be getting
messed up
national
stuff.
attention, right?
Yeah, serial killer type stuff.
I thought you might have been Paul's while I left the gate open.
I have to keep my ass.
You never came home?
He called late last night, said that he had to speak to some people about sorting out this bank madness. Listen, I have been with Paul since freshman year UGA. He has never once not come home.
About the time she left Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Moved on pretty fast.
You want to give me your gun? That's what I thought.
Per the powers given to me by the town charter, I have appointed myself chief of police.
But what the hell do you know about law enforcement? That's right. We need us a real police chief and a real chief detective, too.
I think he's talking about you.
These types of scenes in movies and shows are so funny to me.
He comes to town and people just start dying. Y'all had him in jail. Why'd you let him go?
I know you're all scared, but Mr. Reacher has a rock-solid alibi. So he has as much invested in finding these murderers as any one of us here.
I see you're thinking something.
I have faith in our police force. I have faith in Chief Detective Finley. Find whomever is responsible for these heinous acts.
Yeah. Trying to make himself the hero. It's fine. It's just also, I'm sorry, you have that many murders. FBI would be all over this place.
If you caught the part where they said that the new police chief there, you basically, Mayor Teal said he didn't want the feds involved.
Doesn't matter what the chief of local police thinks. If the Federal Bureau of Investigation comes in and says we're taking jurisdiction over it, they're going to.
And the bodies by the highway.
A police officer was crucified.
I think that
You
takes
didn't hear that, guys.
priority.
The mic's still on.
Copy that.
You can tell there's something off about him because he has a pimp cane.
I know, but he has no hose.
You're one of those conspiracy nuts.
Guys with the kind of money and power Kleiner wields are rarely angels. We need to look into them.
You're handing out assignments now.
Yes. These guys get antsy, think Charlie has even a 1% chance of knowing anything.
I get it. My FBI buddy, I wanted to reach out to earlier. Name's Picard, Atlanta field office.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Known him for years. Gave me the best advice I ever got. Don't take the Margrave job.
Hindsight, right?
2020.
Heard about your brother. May the Lord bless him and keep him in a plastic container. You looking for payback?
Payback, justice, vengeance. Looking for the whole gang. Are you worried about me, Mr. Mosley?
You might need another shave before you leave town.
Very true.
This is like a side quest on a fucking RPG, man. You're walking through town after you got your communication device, and a random NPC's like, hey, you might want to go watch out your back. These guys are looking for you.
But it gives you that little piece of information to help you continue with the main quest.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a call from Finley. FBI agent named Picard is on his way.
I'd feel safer if we stayed with the two of you. We've got to work the case.
Picard will keep you safe. That's what your husband would have wanted.
Well,
about that.
We have to assume Paul's dead. They tried to kill him in prison. They killed Morrison and his wife. Your husband's gone missing, so they most likely killed him too.
Bedside manner's not so good.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not exactly helping here.
No. No. Did they get the girls?
Mr. Predicto, should Billy keep dancing? All signs indicate yes.
Mr. Predicto, they couldn't use an 8-ball?
Great value brand.
Ah.
You boys looking for a dance partner?
You think you can take all of us?
Let's find out.
Oh, shit.
It's that same car.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, he gets shot in the head, roll credits.
I know, like...
Show's over.
Ballsy, man. He could have had, like, a gun in the back there.
Hey. Easy. I'm Picard.
Well, she got disarmed easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the bags.
All right, come on.
I would at least ask him what he first told the other cop when he was going to take this job.
Something...
Just to confirm the identity.
Finley and I are tight. We ain't that tight.
We won't let you get burned.
Better not.
He leaves, and the real Picard shows up.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't believe that worked. Well, I guess that kind of solidified it.
What's that?
He just said, I told him not to take this job.
Oh, okay.
Tanner Spivey, Chief Detective Finley, Margrave PD, calling on account of Jack Reacher.
But he knows his voice.
I know.
He didn't even try to disguise it.
You sure as hell don't sound like a black man from Boston Unfound. Figured you would set me up.
See?
You should have let those boys kill you in the prison. It would have been a lot less painful.
I don't know. Getting shanked with a half-sharpened object versus a shot by a gun. I feel like the gun's going to be less painful.
I feel like he could just disarm that dude, use him as a human shield, and kill both of them.
First, I'm going to use you as a human shield.
First, I'm going to use you as a human shield.
It'll be uncomfortable.
Not as uncomfortable as a bullet to the stomach, pendejo.
And you guys know what Cato said about hesitation, right? He who hesitates...
That big of a guy, why were you letting him get his hands up that close to you?
He is a little martial arts himself, apparently.
He's got some kind of training, it looks like.
It didn't go as planned. It's not my fault Spivey didn't buy it. I shoved a pole as far up my ass as I could. I still couldn't sound like you.
How'd you know they were South American military?
Spoke Spanish, had Glock 17s, and the technique one guy used to headbutt me was from a martial art called Ricey. Hardly anyone uses except branches of South American Special Forces.
To be fair, I didn't know there was different techniques for headbutting. I thought a headbutt was just a headbutt.
That's what I was thinking too. Like maybe there's one where you like wind up and then do it. Like
you juke from side to side and then headbutt. Like
I guess.
Turns out Joe was working for the Secret Services Division of Homeland.
Doing what?
But they can't figure out how the damn cocaine got in the White House. It's the craziest shit.
Of every crime there is.
Crazy shit.
Drugs, guns, human trafficking, all rotates around cash.
Well, I left a voicemail with the Office of Investigations.
Good logic.
He's just taping up his jacket.
I'm getting a beer.
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna sit in a bar, have a beer, and think all this through.
And then someone will say something you don't like and you'll break their head open.
He's not wrong.
I can arrest you for vagrancy and you can sleep in my
Did you have
holding
Roscoe
cell.
stick with it?
He's not a vagrant.
That's what I would have
He's a
suggested.
hobo.
Details matter.
Hey, I get it. In the past few days, you lost one brother and had 4 fights. If anybody needs a drink, it's you. But you gotta behave.
Okay.
Follow me to my place. I gotta change into something less law enforcement.
She looks a lot better with her hair down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a twist off.
Kind of bartender doesn't pop the tops for your beers.
First off, even they do when they are twist off, let alone if they're not.
I know.
Feeling any better?
Not feeling worse.
Uh-oh. They're playing patsy. You know what that means?
No. When I ask people to dance, it usually precedes a lot of punching.
Good thing I'm doing the asking. Come on.
She's wanting it.
Well, yeah. Damn you, Patsy Cline. Crazy. She always does this.
Apparently, I gotta start going to places that play this song.
I know. What t-shirt contest? Woo!
Right? But he did it just enough, right? He was genuinely, but really, that's what he wanted, right?
Hey, take a beat, champ. We're far from Margrave. What's going on?
Road east to the highway's flooded. No one's getting through tonight.
Is there a motel near here?
It's like she planned this shit.
I sworn I had a paint tarp or circus tent.
Funny. Didn't think room service would deliver this late. Oh, yeah. I'll take a Clark bar.
Really, dude?
Been all
I'm getting the twins vibe.
Either bed will be fine. I always sleep on the floor.
Really love
I'm
Margrave.
getting like this chick's in her underwear, man. Like
Teal
It's like
stole
the
it. Old
airport
Casper
guy that's got the
Teal
little lights signaling
got
you.
in bed
you
with the
know?
railroad, swindled farmer.
I know. Like what the fuck? How much of a green light do you need, bro? It's the social cue thing again. He doesn't quite.
Maybe he's not wanting
He was my parents' best friend.
What's complicated about it? He's known her for 2 days.
Looked out for me. Kind of like a second dad. Taught me everything I know about being a cop. How to work a case.
Now she's complicating stuff. If
He
he'd have just
is
banged
the
her to
most
start, he wouldn't have to listen to all
Studious
this.
person I had ever met.
Now it's getting complicated.
He was depressed.
She
a lot.
reminds me of
Never married. No kids. Drank.
I can't remember her name in Girl Next Door.
Hung himself from the rafters in his garage about a year ago.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I want to say it's Elisha something.
Daisies are my favorite.
Cuthbert or something weird like
Cuth-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
I was wondering if you had any family I didn't know about.
No. It's basically down to Joe.
Well, in spite of the circumstances, it's been nice getting to know you.
Nice getting to know you too.
What was that conversation like about who, like, taking the floor? Like, did you have one, or did he just jump onto the floor?
I mean, he seems like a gentleman to the point. He's going to give her his jacket when she was in the rain. He definitely said, "I'm taking the floor."
You know, before we get into it, I could use a real breakfast. Sag nut ain't cutting
But like
it.
in that case, like she's supposed to like accidentally fall off the bed on top of him when they're laughing and shit, and then it gets, so, oh shit. Is that her place?
Yeah. Guess I'm not as gentlemanly. I would have said, "I'll take the middle, you can take the top." That's just me.
Well, this was definitely possibly one of the dirty cops.
Can nobody wipe their feet?
Well, it definitely wasn't the same dudes that killed everyone else.
What do you say that?
Because they were very careful.
They still have footprints.
Oh, I thought the other place didn't have any prints or anything.
No, they had the bloody prints, remember? At the Chief's place?
Right. But
they had the bloody shoe prints.
I'm really gonna need a gun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was Reacher episode 2. Mantis, thoughts?
Pretty good. Again, a little more heavy on the drama in this episode, but you progress the story quite a bit, especially with the mayor and him actually meeting up with the other two guys that were looking to kill him. So, although now I don't know if I particularly believe that they were there for her. I think they were literally there for him. They really have no reason to kill her, but I don't know. Maybe since she's, working with him, that they're just like, well, screw it, we kill them both. I mean, because if they were both there, they would have killed both of them.
Yeah, so, right. I mean, they're just not going to go in there and kill Reacher and then just leave her be.
Leave. Right. Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some. I don't know. I mean, I like the tension building between them two. The little love interest side storyline there is pretty interesting. Although, like I said, I don't know. She seems like she should have just gone for it in the hotel room, but
But I think you're right though. Like, he doesn't pick up on those cues.
No, he
given
doesn't.
The situation, I don't know that she was going to make that move. Like, I mean, she's making enough moves, right? She's laying around in her underwear in front of you. She's like, okay, I've made, and you know how it is with girls sometimes. They'll go so far, but if you don't make any move, they're not going to do anything.
Right? Sure. But again, I think she realizes his social awkwardness and whatnot. But I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that's just the writers just trying to. Maybe who the fuck knows? Maybe she's fucking in on it. I don't know.
No, but to be fair, I mean, because it seems different in the time span for us, but it's literally been 2 days. He's had 4 fights, found out his brother's dead. Maybe it wasn't the best time, right? Like he's got a little bit on his mind.
Yeah, could be, but I don't know. Like she said, it was if anyone needs a drink, it's you type of situation there, and maybe that would have complicated things for her. For him, no. He seems like the type that can shut off emotional attachment and do what he needs to do.
Well,
and
it doesn't even get emotionally attached, right? Like it's
exactly,
not going to be a question for him. But
the only person he was emotionally ever been attached to, it seems like, is his brother, who's now dead. So, I don't think that would be a problem for him.
And even that sparked, like you made a comment about it, like he barely, like his eyes watered a little bit. I think the last episode you said he didn't even cry, and I'm like, well, his eyes watered, so he got a little bit on his death.
Yeah,
you're not getting much. It's like blood from a stone at this point. So
interesting. Kristen Crooks in this. At first when the Picard showed up, I was like, oh, this dude, he's totally not going to check to see if that's actually him, and he's going to just kidnap him and take him hostage, which would have been fun to go rescue him in this next episode 3. But I'm sure next episode 3 is going to be good regardless. So
it's the one thing I love about these shows like Amazon Prime, with Netflix, Stranger Things, like where they're only 8 to 10 episodes, is most of them are just action packed. And we discussed this, I think, when we watched Smallville. Like when you're dealing with a show that has 24 episodes, you get so many fillers, or they start going off on weird things.
Yes, I agree. This episode really didn't have much action. There were a few scenes. I mean, I had maybe 5-6 minutes of total action in this episode. A lot of it was very drama driven and storyline driven, which is fine with me.
Right? You're building some backstory. I mean, there's only so many people in town he can fight, right? At some point.
Again, you're right. Like this is all happening within 2 days too. The first episode was pretty action packed. So you're gonna bring you kind of ended that on that high. So you're gonna bring it back down and kind of slowly bring it back up. I'm assuming is what they're going to do. So it's to be expected. The second episode, it's not going to be, as fast paced. So
we'll see what the next one holds. I promise, though, we're not going to make you wait weeks and weeks and weeks to watch the next episode. That's how dedicated he was to bringing you these reactions, guys. He waited weeks to see this second episode, even though he had told me after the first episode off camera, he was like, that was really good. I can't wait to watch the second one. But he was that dedicated that he waited until he could bring you an authentic reaction there. So that is his commitment to you guys in this channel.
For sure.
Very much for that. All right. So we're going to try to keep this video as short as possible. So I don't want to have we tried not to have a very long intro. I don't want to have a long outro as well, too, as far as discussion wise. Again, let us know what you think down below about the episode itself, or our reactions to it, or anything we might have commented on. Definitely, if you've made it this far, consider giving us a like and subscribing to the channel, because we've got more Reacher coming at you, as well as a lot of other shows.
Yep. Can't wait to keep watching this one and a few of the other stuff we got on the back burner. So
definitely got some good stuff coming in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. And Mantis, unless you have anything else, I guess we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Don't ever do that again. No, just
bye.
Stop.
Bye.
Stop it.